Hey Clashers, the first right weekend after the update, which means we have the trophy system in the game. None of the clans just yet have trophies, so it's going to decide who's having the most trophies after this weekend. And I want to share with you a super easy strategy to use as soon as you're having unlocked the skeleton park. And if you like those videos in general from me, and if you would like to support me, there's a ton of offers in the shop. And if you're thinking about buying any of those anyways, that's the important thing. If you're planning to buy anything anyways, then make sure to use the creator code. If you would like to support me, it is code iTzu. Really appreciate that. I have, as you can see, I have a ton of accounts in this clan war, like in this raid weekend. So I have a lot of attacks for you to show and share. So let's do some live attacks. Let's start things off. I think we're going to go for Wizard Valley and Builder's Workshop with this strategy. It's not too much planning, okay? So it's like this strategy is all about being really simple, really strong. And what this is... That's right, nothing too fancy, and I will explain exactly why this troop combination, what makes this so strong, and obviously how to use that one as well. So let's get into the first attack. I will show you how it's done, hopefully, and well, let's just go in. So, what the plan is with this strategy is pretty much your rams are here to generate skeletons with the graveyard spell. And then we have the graveyard spell to distract buildings, not to snipe certain buildings. The ground graveyard spell is kind of broken at the moment. It's way stronger than people have expected, especially since, I mean, I thought it would be okay, but not that strong. It's over the top as well. So let's just go for it. So what we're going for is use one graveyard to distract at the bottom side, like here. Then we're going to place more at this top side, like this. And then we place a ton of those troops here. You can already place some of those here for the damage purpose, and then play already some of those wizards here. And with that, we're just making sure and spamming pretty much everything. And you see how easy it is, right? Like, it is pretty stupid. Why is this even working? Well, the thing with the rams is that they're tanking, they're spawning more small troops, which in combination with the graveyard is pretty busted, because there's just so many troops with this combination. It's crazy. You can see how many troops there is and swarming the entire base. We have the rams actually tanking and then exploding, which means it's going to generate barbarians after in combination with the skeletons together. It's just so much for the base to handle. And yes, the first attacks sometimes feel underwhelming, but at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind that those skeleton spells are keep generating in the next attack as well, and it's quickly stacking, because as soon as you're in the second attack, it's getting crazy, and it's getting really crazy with how many skeletons there is, okay? So we will go again with the same exact army. I will switch account quickly, and then we're going in again. Okay, I'm on the new account, which means we are going in again. This one, same strategy, same army composition, but the same approach. So what we have to change on this one, I feel like, is that we have to use one skeleton spell over here, because otherwise having this on the back end could be really devastating. So instead, I'm going to use one spell over here, like, I think, like this. And then the rest we're going to place at the top side. So something like this to tank those defenses. As I said again, it's not about sniping defense, it's about tanking defense. This is like the key thing. So let's start over here with some there. Okay, let's make sure that all of that is working. And now over here as well, get some wizards going. We can use the lightning over here. Nice. And then keep those troops coming. Or more like, keep those rams coming, because they're, as I said, supposed to tank, supposed to trigger those skeletons, make sure they keep getting spawned and generated and everything. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy in here with how many troops there is. Okay, there's now some troops coming in from the far right side with the skeletons as well. Let's see if we can tank the giant cannon a little bit. And then we should get this down in the next couple of attacks. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Maybe even this one. Let's see how things go. It really depends on how things are getting targeted, especially on this far right side. But let's see. At the moment, it's looking pretty good. We'll keep distracting that back and giant cannon. As long as my super wizards are surviving, we're looking good. I feel like at the moment with the Tesla sniping it out, I'm not that sure anymore if we can take it down in 2. But you can see the power, okay? Like this is what this video is about. Considering how easy this is, it's crazy how strong it is at the same time as well. We are now at 90+% with just 2 attacks without the craziest effort of planning, okay? And this is it's kind of crazy. So we have, oh, that was a devastating shot. So yeah, it's not going to, those are the most annoying things always. It's 5%, 4 buildings not going down. Okay, we have to take it again. Couple of things maybe would have done different. Maybe a different spell placement could have improved that, but you can see already. With max skeleton spell, like spawn a couple of more skeletons, could have been maybe a difference, okay? It could have been maybe a difference. For the cleanup though, we're going to use the classic, which is like just the air fortress, because this means it's less likely that we're losing any troops. And that's what it's all about, because we want to generate as much clan gold as possible, because this is how you're generating trophies, okay? So, yeah, let's just do that. I'm not going to play any Inferno Dragons whatsoever, because there is zap traps in this district, which means it could deal a lot of damage, and if I'm unlucky or something, there's 2 lightning traps or zap traps, whatever, I could lose somehow an Inferno Dragon right away, and that would be not good for us, because this would just losing clan gold, right? So we have plus 250 of the clan gold, which is nice. So let's take a look at the next district, the Wizard Valley. There's not too much splash damage in this one, except the wizard towers. So let's see how that's going to work. That's the important thing. I think the most important thing as well is that we're going to distract this giant cannon. Again, we have just seen in the last attack how devastating those giant cannons can be. At the same time as well, we have to see where we are going to enter. We could try to go in from somewhere from the left side, but I think we're just going straight in here maybe. That might be the best way. At the same time, we have to think about if there's enough walls to target, because remember, our main tanks are the Rams. The Rams are our main tanks, and if there are no walls, they're just going to keep running through, and that's not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to target walls, because they're then doing splash damage as well. It's adding up quite a bit. So it might be better to go in from this far left side. That might be the better way to go, instead of straight going in here from the core. So I like that way better. Army, we have to switch again. Classic setup again. Nothing too fancy, I'm sorry, but again, this video is purely about this strategy. And I want to give a huge shout out to the person where I've seen this the first time, which is George or Georg from Sofa Jägers, a German clan, which I have seen a screenshot of him trying this and had great success with it. And especially, as I said, it feels like it's the new. It's like Electric Dragons in Home Village, okay? It kind of feels like it is not that hard, but it's having really solid success. And I don't know, it's just working overall really nice. And you can use that for pretty much any tower level as soon as you have this, the graveyard spell unlocked. So let's just go and let's see how we can make this work. So we have the graveyard spell. Let's place one over here. Let's place one over here and over here, more on the back, so we can distract everything nicely. So let's try to have some. Okay, there's already a Tesla. That's fine. Need to make sure that we're taking that out. Now more from over here. Really have to make sure that everything is tanked. That's like the important thing. I have placed way too many wizards in front. That was a bad play from me, okay? That was a really bad play, but let's see if we can still make that work and get a lot of value. So trying to get those rams further inside. And you can see as soon as they're targeting walls, it's really good because they're doing splash damage then again as well, what you're going for, right? Like, it's not only that they're tanking and generating barbarians, it's as well about like them dealing damage with the splash of hitting a wall. Like, remember, even wall breakers are doing some, like a little bit of splash damage. And then you have super wizards which are dealing splash damage. And then you have the skeletons of, like, this is adding up really quickly and getting you a ton of value. So the first attack did not went as planned as I was hoping for, because I misjudged those super wizards. But still, it should be still doable. Let's double check and scout and see where we can enter. So we have the top side with the skeleton graveyard already. We need to make sure that we're distracting it over here, this giant cannon. I will try to come in as well with some troops, I think straight in here. So like 1, 2, and then another one at the Inferno Tower. I think that might be a good setup. It might even take us 2 attacks, depending on how things go. Let's see if I can place the super wizards way better this time. So as I said, one behind, because I want to make sure that if the giant cannon is shooting, it's shooting away from my super wizards. Then one over here. And then the next one over here. So, let's try it. Let's see. First, there's a couple of rams here. Okay, now over here. And now let's see. Come on, giant cannon. Get distracted. That's right now working pretty nice. Distraction is going. First giant cannon is down. As I said, those are our biggest opponents. Let's just use more rams over here. Do I have to use more over here? Maybe. Let's use more over here as well to support our top side. Some more rams. Another ram going through. This one wizard tower is quite annoying. We have only one super wizard in this mix in here, which is not good for us. So, as I said, it's quite spammy. I have to admit it. It's quite spammy. But still, it can have a lot of success, as you have already seen. You can pretty much take down any district without too much planning in 3 attacks. And if you're doing a great job of spreading out your super wizards and stuff, then it should be, most of the time, even 2 attacks. For us, it did not work. It should be, again, 3 attacks. Like, no problem. We're just going to do the cleanup purpose again. So let's do that again, like the classic one. And just, again, like, just fill it, some fill troops. Like that. And here we go again. That should give us another district down in 3. That's exactly what we're looking for. So like 1, 2, and then just keep supporting them and make sure that you're not going down. But yeah, if you're looking for a strategy which is giving you really solid success right now in the clan capital, and you're not really into planning too much, then this strategy might be your favorite go-to strategy. At the same time, though, the next couple of days I will upload some other strategies as well. If you're more into the planning and if you're into the process of really making sure that you're getting a ton of value with like every single troop, because there is a lot of troops which got buffed quite a bit and are really solid with the new troops combined. So that is for sure a thing as well. For us now, let's double check. I would just. There's no zap traps or something, so we can just use those Inferno Dragons. Make sure they're taken care of. Actually, the skeletons of the Flying Fortress are spawning more skeletons. That's kind of funny. That is indeed kind of funny. But yeah, that means another district down in 3. This one I would have liked to take down in 2. It is unfortunate. The first attack was really bad with so many super wizards running to the outside. But still, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're going to try this strategy as well. It's, as I said, really successful, especially for compact districts. It can work wonders. And until then, I hope you have some great success. And I will see you tomorrow again with the next video. Until then, see ya. And as always, bye-bye.